What up, YouTube? It's your boy Iceman Guru, aka Dr. J, aka Mr. 7 Days a Week, aka Mr. Accountability. Back at you with another installment on the High Frequency Only channel. Share the video, like the video, subscribe to my channel, okay? Comment, hit the bell, all that good stuff, all right? Topic, subject for today's video: the commodity theory. Let me repeat that. Topic, subject for today's video: the commodity theory. Okay. Now, most of you probably have never heard of the commodity theory before. So I want to read you the definition of it and kind of break it down into layman terms and how I'm actually going to relate this video to, what I usually talk about, which is relationships, the essence between men and women. Okay. So let me read to you a very simple definition of the commodity theory. Okay. It goes as such. Let me put it up for you real quick. A theory proposing that the value of a product or service is related to its availability. Okay. In general, a product that is in short supply is perceived as having greater value than one that is rarely available. Okay. Now, this is extremely important. Okay. So value is dependent on whether something is rarely available or is rare, like it's hard to get. Okay. Now, this is what I want to talk about. So we're going to talk about the commodity theory as it relates to men and women. Okay. Now, women, okay, just like men are a commodity. Okay. Now, unfortunately, their value a lot of time comes from the number one thing that they can offer that is in high demand. That the reason why it's in high demand because there's more women than there is men, and men want this more than anything from a woman, which, yes, is their vagina. Okay. So their vagina is a commodity. Whether it's fair or unfair, the vagina is a commodity. Okay. That is the reason why you can pay for it. So this whole notion when women say that, well, I need to get to know you before I have sex with you, is a little bit ridiculous. And the reason why it's a little bit ridiculous is because a lot of women will price their vagina and have sex with a man. Okay. Now, that price is dependent on, of course, prostitution, right? That price is dependent on stripping, right? Because we know that some strippers actually will have sex in the capacity of their job, okay? That price is also dependent on the fact that women would like to be taken out and wine and dine or taken on a vacation, and then they feel like they could sleep with you, okay? The commodity, that's a price tag though, all right? Some women don't view it as a price tag, but it is, because if that man didn't spend that money on you, you probably wouldn't be eagerly to sleep with him or probably wouldn't sleep with him at all, okay? Now, versus on the other hand, right, men's penis is not a commodity. But you know what is a commodity for men? Their money, right? Their resources, their networking ability, all right? That's our commodity. So let me kind of bring it back full circle, okay? Now, story time, right? I love telling you guys stories. So I had a young lady that wanted some advice from me, one of my students, okay? So she wanted to deal with this young man that she had dealt with before in the past, right? But she noticed, and part of the reason why they kind of fell out, that, he was talking to a lot of other girls. Now, I want to remind you that these are young people, teenagers, okay? 13, 14 years old, okay? Everything is just disastrous in their world, okay? Those who have kids that are teenagers, you know exactly what I'm talking about, all right? So, but she's a very intuitive young lady, very smart, okay? And so she understands, and this is the reason why she was asked for advice, is that, well, I'm concerned because, I don't want him to talk to other female. I want him to be focused on me. And I had to be honest with her. I told her, well, you have to understand at this age that, for most boys, being with one girl is just not an option for them. And the biggest thing is that I'm going to bring it back around to the commodity theory is this. There's a larger pool of young boys and grown men that will be sprung, that will be all about one woman, that is all about following the rules. They straight and narrow, right? There's a larger pool of those boys and men. But guess what? That's not the boys and men that young ladies and women want. There's a smaller pool of the guys that got a little bit of edge to them, risk takers, okay? Got swag, thuggish, right? Which this young man happened to kind of fit because he gets into trouble, okay? That's what attracted her, and that's what attracted other girls. So, ladies, what you have to understand is the commodity theory works two ways, okay? It works in your favor, and then it works against you, okay? So, you're able to get things from a man because he wants that very valuable thing that you have between your legs. Fair or unfair, it's just a reality, okay? Because we have to understand the way the world operates. It operates just as much on reality as it does theory, right? Because we're trying to prove theory. And a lot of times the theory and reality don't match up, okay? So, but on the other token, you want something that is rare when it comes to men. It's rare that a man is going to be over 6 feet. That's a small percentage of the population. It's rare that a man is going to make over 100,000. That's a small percentage of the population. It's rare that he's going to be physically fit, tall, great smile, great sex. That is rare. But all the women want that. That's the commodity theory as it relates to men and women. Okay? So, well, we have to understand that if you ladies are go down the rabbit hole as far as what you are attracted to, understand that a lot of people are going to be attracted to that. And it's just naturally, if you are a person that understands your attractiveness and understands that you have a lot that's coming your way, why would you just choose one? Because you don't have to. And ladies, I need you to understand that. It's all based on your picker, all right? And there are great men out there. Most of the men, right? But you want the small percentage that is going to be mostly desirable, but going to be undesirable in the fact that he going to be talking to more than one woman. He going to have multiple women. That's going to be one of the biggest downfalls, that because women naturally want to be with one man. I can't say that men naturally want to be with more women, but I will say the inclination is there for men to be with more than one woman, most definitely. And to have sex with as many partners as they can, particularly before they get married. So the commodity theory, okay, works two ways, okay? So we give value to the things that is not as available. And it makes so much sense. Because although it's a theory, it very much sets in and matches to the reality that we see. All right? So the biggest thing is we got to understand value. We got to understand what is a commodity, who is a commodity, which we all are, okay? And what value that we bring. And does that value match up to the people that we're seeking? So values have to be in line. Attitudes have to be in line. Because you can't keep going after things that you know is not going to match well with you. And this is the reason why y'all young ladies are going through these emotional roller coaster with guys. Okay? They getting themselves hurt. And a lot of times that hurt is being brought on by themselves. And who they pick. Because it's not being based off of need, it's being based off of want. Find what you need, and the wants will come later. And even if you don't get what you want, you got what you need. All right? Hey, we're going to end the video on that, man. Hopefully y'all appreciate this, man. Like, let's just be real. You ain't getting it from nowhere else, okay? You know what I'm saying? Let's get them subscribers up, all right? Hey, as always, I'm you are me, love always, love eternal. And we out this thing. Deuces.